So many times I've been out on the water and guys have come up to me and said, "Doc, do you really use WD-40? Yes, I do. I use WD-40 and I also use anise extract, pure anise oil. And that in itself is 73% alcohol, and when you add it to the WD-40, it makes kind of like a, I'm trying to think of the word, a marinade of sort, which the herring lays into, and it's really neat the way that it gives you a nice odor. It doesn't give you that smelly, icky odor. It gives you a real nice odor. And if you look here, you're going to see that I use scissors. This is one of the few videos that I really do show you what I'm doing with scissors. And scissors, I'll tell you what, really do cut that herring nice. And when you see somebody else using scissors, they've learned it from the doc. Alright, let's go ahead now and show you a little close-up of how I cut the herring and the way that I put the fillets together. And on the ingredients, Doc, how much ingredients do I use of each? I use an ounce of anise extract, and I count to about 8 or 10 of WD-40. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the whole time I'm spraying it, and then I kind of slosh it around, and that works pretty good. Let me show you now a little bit more clarity on how I put the herring strip on the fly. Let's talk now a little bit on how I cut the herring strips to really make them complement the fly. This herring strip is extremely important simply because you have to have good action in the fly, and a lot of guys, they put just too much meat on the fly, which knocks out the action. My fly, like I said earlier, is balanced. It has to have a balanced action. It has to be light. And so what you want to do is you want to make a fillet, a strip of meat to put on that middle hook. And I take a nice sharp knife and I make a fillet. The other part of the herring can be tossed away, and we're not going to be needing that. This meat here, this fillet that I've made, is real important to know about a couple of things with it. One is that if I flip it over, you can see here how the meat wants to go in two different directions right in through here. This is a real important area simply because a lot of guys will use that meat where they have the grain going one direction, here going this way, and the grain's going the other. And if you incorporate those two grains of meat and you put that on your fly, it's going to clump up and it's going to come off. It's not going to hold on to the hooks very well. Either use one side or the other. Use this side or this side. And if I flip it over, you'll notice that it's real dark color in here, kind of a shinish, bluish, blackish green in here, and it's white in through here. If you're using a green fly in the dark green mode, you might want to use the white area through here. If you're using a white fly or a silver tinsel fly, then you'd want to use the dark. You want them to complement each other. But this is what you're looking for. Now what I like to do is I like to take my scissors and cut a strip of meat right in through this area. Now the shoulder area through here and around the belly area in here are my favorite areas to take my strips out of. This area along the back is a little bit on the thin side, so you might not want to use that, although it will work. But I'm going to cut that necktie shape right out of this area right here. Grab my scissors, and we're going to just go ahead and make a nice little, like a necktie, kite strip. And it doesn't have to be very long. You see how I'm cutting that out? And then right on that midline, right through here, you can see that midline, I'll go ahead and cut that meat so that won't be on there. And that's what that strip should look like. That's perfect, right like so. And then you can also make another one right in here. Now we could get another strip here. We could incorporate this area and get in there. So out of one herring, you possibly, depending on the size, can get, maybe one or two of these little strips or these little fillets. Now of course these fillets have all been marinated overnight in WD-40 and anise oil. And when we put the hook of the fly on that, you're going to see something really exciting. Take this hook here. Now you notice that I'm not going to put it on this hook. I'm going to use this hook right here. Now remember, like I said, this is one of the first times I've really shown you how to do this. This is Doc's secret trick, really. This is one of my secrets, and I'm sharing this to you. But that's what you want right there. And as you look at that, you can see how nice that complements the fly. And on this side here, you have the meat. Now, a lot of guys try to stick the point of the hook through the skin, and herring skin's pretty tough. So when you put that on, put it on through the meat and have it come out through the skin. But as you can see there, that's really what you want. Not a big piece of meat, just a nice little fillet, and that complements the fly really well. And also, when I bring this fly down on top of it all, you can see how that really does make a nice lure. And right in through here, see these hooks, how they're close together? When that fish goes to bite, what's he going to hit? Both those hooks, isn't he? Those are Dr. Thoke 92553 stainless steel 6/0. And hopefully today, when we're out on the water, you can see us catch a few of these small little shakers on this setup, and you'll see just how small a fish can really bite such a large hook. This hook is not too big, but that's what you want right there. That's an excellent lure for catching kings, coho, bottom fish, all types of bottom fish, and even a halibut or two will hit that right there.